complement? Is it going to make people more productive, or is it a substitute good where it's going to replace
So
people?
what do you think of all of this? And how bullish as an investor are you on this? I mean, what do you think our society is? When you hear Sam Altman talk about this, you say, he's right, that's what it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be something else? You lived through 1999. There's some people who say this is, a hype cycle. Other people say this is the future.
Well, it's I'm very anchored on the '99 history, and I somehow always like to say that '99 was both. It was, the peak of the bubble was also, in a sense, the peak of clarity. People had realized the new economy was going to replace the old economy. The internet was going to be the most important thing in the 21st century, and people were right about that. And then the specific investments were incredibly hard to make, and even the no-brainer market leader. So, if you said in 1999, the no-brainer investment would have been Amazon stock. It's a leading e-commerce company, and they're going to scale and they'll get bigger. And it peaked in December '99 at $113 a share. It was $5.50 in October 2001, 22 months later. You then had to wait till the end of 2009 to get back to the '99 highs, and then if you'd waited till today, you would have made 25 times your money from '99. You would have gone down 95%, and then made 500x. So even the no-brainer investment from '99 was wickedly tricky to pull off in retrospect. And I sort of think that AI, the LLM form of AI,
these are the large language models.
Large language models.
Open AIs of the world.
Again, that's passing the Turing test. I think it's roughly on the scale of the internet. And so it's an incredibly important thing. It's going to be very important socially, politically, philosophically, about all these questions about meaning. And then the financial investment question I find unbelievably hard and confusing. And it's probably quite tricky. If I had to, if you had to sort of concretize it, one thing that's very strange about if you sort of just follow the money, at this point, 80 to 85% of the money in AI is being made by one company. It's Nvidia. It's all on this sort of very weird hardware layer, which Silicon Valley doesn't even know very much about anymore. We don't really do hardware. We don't do silicon chips in Silicon Valley anymore. I get pitched on these companies once every 3 or 4 years, and it's always, I have no clue how to do this. It sounds like a pretty good idea, but man, I have no clue, and we never invest. And so, and then there's sort of this theory that the hardware piece makes the money initially, then gets more commodified over time, and it'll shift to software. And the multi-trillion-dollar question is that going to be true again this time, or will Nvidia sort of have this incredible monopoly?
And what's your bet at the moment?
I suspect Nvidia will. I think it will maintain its position for a while. I think the game theory on it is something like all the big tech companies are going to start to try to design their own AI chips, so they don't have to do the 10x markup to Nvidia. And then how hard is it for them to do it? How long will it take? If they all do it, then the chips become a commodity and nobody makes money in chips. And so then do you go into hardware, and you should do it if nobody else is doing it. If everybody does it, you shouldn't do it. And then maybe I'm not sure how that nets out, but probably people stay stuck for a while, and Nvidia goes from strength to strength for a while.